University of Science and Technology. Doc, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
First of all, okay, let me start from this particular quote that I was just reading. Were you one of those who felt that we should not have gone there with the matter of National Cathedral, not even spend a single taxpayer's money or spend significant resources on it?
Definitely, I'm one of those people, and I have no regret in taking that decision.
Do you admit the suggestions? And let me read it so that it doesn't sound like I'm the one saying it. This is Pastor Mensah Otabil. Ghana wanted to build a national cathedral, but Christians beat it up with their mouths. Others are building things all over, but we are so small-minded that we allow politics to blind us. That those of us who had that criticism, including you, were small-minded that we allow politics to blind us.
Well, it's an interesting thing, and we want to place it in historical, biblical context. When King David wanted to build, a house for God, God didn't allow him to do that, and he gave a reason. But before then, there was this statement from God himself that, is there any place that can keep him? Will he be placed in a house, in a building? That was rhetorical. And then the scripture, indicates that, he stopped David and suggested that his son will come and do it. David had so much blood on his hands. Assuming, without admitting that Ghana needs something gargantua. In the first place, Ghana is not necessarily a Christian country. So the moment you go in for something like that, a Christian cathedral, a Christian monument, national monument, obviously you'll be looking, forward to a mosque of a similar thing. Already you'll be introducing consciously and unconsciously politics into our religion. And obviously we are no small minds looking at this issue that I'm looking at now. We know that to a large extent, Danko Kufuor's leadership cost Ghana a lot of money. They all get captioned under the term political corruption. And we want to know whether spiritually he would have been given the go-ahead to honor God with such a thing. The initial understanding was that it was not going to have to involve state funds. It ended up state funds. Once again, if people come up against it, will it be, something indicating that they are small minds? So that statement is an interesting one in itself.
But are you convinced that when you said you were against it, you made the right choice?
I just said that I don't have any doubt. I don't regret, taking that decision.
Then there's the
God, Jesus Christ, the Spirit of Christ, the old church, the death of Christ, the cutting, dividing the holiest of holiest, and then the other people breaking up. Is God in any particular building these days? The answer is no. If you want to build something for tourists, go ahead to do it. Christianity is a different thing today altogether. It's a completely different thing. The fact that it has been merchandised and people are making so much money is another thing. But, we don't need to visit these issues. We don't have to go there at all.
So a couple of things have come up. Then there is the matter of the Attorney General's disclosure that you now have the forensic audit that was ordered into the matter of National Cathedral. If there are any questions that are lingering on your mind that you would like to hear answers to, and persons be made to answer those questions in appropriate quarters, what are those questions that you're hoping that this forensic audit will answer?
Oh, I think it has gone through some painstaking efforts, come out all relevant information about the actors whose actions and inactions have resulted in what we have on the grounds against the amount of money that went in. And so, as it is, it's an issue of accountability. So I think we want to see those faces, whose actions and inactions resulted in what we have on the ground, costing the nation the amount of money that went in. And then, besides masking them, we want to see, accountability take place. What does the law say about people whose actions cost the state the amount of money involved? So these are some of the questions one will want to ask.
I see. And I guess those questions will be answered in time. But in the meantime, in your backyard of Kumasi, there was some display this weekend that has attracted a lot of attention. And I'm sure you've heard the comments that were made by Reverend Victor Kusi BOATENG. There are those who suggest that it is suggestive of what he suspects is coming for him. Did you get a same ring to it, that perhaps this man knows that something is coming?
Why is it that, if you like, there are several pastors in the country? I'm only citing one, in an example. The Reverend is with Anaba. Why is he not concerned? Why is the Archbishop Duncan Williams, Bishop James Sarr, the other Reverend ministers, why are they not concerned? So why should one person's name come up? And if indeed there's nothing to that, why should he be bothered? Why can't we assume that he's been framed up, and so he wants to see his day in court to clear his name? So some of these comments, when they come, I think they are allowed. We are in a constitutional democracy, so people are able to make the comments that they make. But then at the end of the day, the system must work. Ghana has to be made to work.
Ghana has to be made to work. For it doesn't matter who feels one way or the other. The laws must speak.
No, if we don't insist on accountability, democracy is not democracy. Democracy has to do with electing leaders to, if you like, manage the affairs of the state, governance. And governance goes with accountability. So when it is time for accountability and we don't do it, the system loses legitimacy, and the fear of people coming up against the whole regime will be there. Instead of an understanding that maybe a particular government is not doing well, they might want to put everything together, lump everything like it used to happen some time ago in the years, decades of instability. Democracy as a regime is good because it has a lot of positive things in it. But then we got to make it work. It's you and I, Ghanaians, in various positions of trust, who have to make the system work. It should be made to work. Impunity about abuse of personal appropriation of public resources. This thing should stop.
Let me conclude. So you're suggesting that this idea of abuse of personal appropriation of public money can be seen in this matter of National Cathedral, from what you have, everything you have
Definitely. At the end of the day, we call it political corruption. Once we have public resources in it, and the resources have been used for some other things other than what it was meant for, we have an issue of political corruption. We should go into it, dissect it, understand exactly what happened. If people did nothing wrong, they'll be set free. If the laws find them guilty, then what has to happen should happen.
Doc, thank you. Thank you for speaking to us.
I'm most welcome.
Dr. AMAKYE BOATENG is a political science lecturer joining us on the line this morning. Of course, like I said, this morning we've dedicated it to discussing the matter of the National Cathedral. We spent some time going through the extended sequence of things that happened. The things that happened in the lead up to the cathedral being built. In fact, Patrick was just reminding me of this. In fact, I used to play this every morning. Every morning, I'll play it over and over again. People used to say that I've become an advocate for the cathedral. Said, but why? The president said it's
I think we are not there. Could be as you busy. Or could be as you busy. You see, we are and son and then walk out. But the Master Jacopo is something. I think we are not there. Could be as you busy. Or could be as you busy. You see, we are and son and then walk out. But the Master Jacopo is something.
Yo, ene onyankopon enhyira mu nyina se mukasa fidie no egusu eda ha mutie eye conversation enkomotwetwe a ekoso ewa ha good morning conversation sekwele for ebedamase mo amutie o multi tv tuning and afis no mo use simple radio app no 90.5 no so no mo amutie o ne ebedamu nyina ase se mo gusu a ene ye de ben ene yete nemu no ansa ne ebeto so na afi yaboabo ehune ri dwumadi na ba na wie no Yanko Suzy Aba Center for eho. Na Suzy Aba Center for na di CB men capsules na ba. Mesro CB men capsules no bema wo eye how ewo junso mu. Untimi anyunso yi anase edi roba kadita bi ahye obema mu ojunso awbrepa. Mesro uhia CB men capsules ni bi emwa bema watimi ajunso fili ye pa. Ai CB men capsules. Womu wie no masan edi CB women capsules ni bi aba. Na CB women capsules no oba wo pese usiesia himfie ho oba woni atenka bosome so wona mo yaw mu mesrɛ CB women capsules no ebi ena ohia menstrual pains menstrual cramps ni nyina eno so betimi afiri ho CB women capsules CB men ene CB women no mesrɛ ope bi atode aga na hade se herbal shop pharmacy anase chemical shop bi anoboru ho a obenya bi ato ewo ho nemum no open doso promo etimi etu akwakoton a akwasibro ni se for bulk purchase for ni chiremu or repairs ventures ewo kanshi anase fresh Suzy Aba for ewo 0247 111671 0247 111671 anase 0246 578750 0246 578750 Suzy Aba Center Ghana ma ene mema se womu edamasi ye papa say CB men capsules and afis no CB women capsules no mo amfa ma enkade hye ohoi enkomba bre ye pa enti ebedamase se mode CB men and afis no CB women capsules no enso etimi aide ben aba.
Now, welcome to Valley View University, where academic meets excellence. Where academic excellence meets purpose. Why do I always get this thing? Welcome to Valley View University, where academic excellence meets purpose. Admission is now open, and at Valley View University, we do more than educate. We shape character, nurture innovation, and empower you to thrive in the 21st century. We offer programs in business administration, nursing, midwifery, mental health nursing, computer science, business information systems and IT, biomedical engineering, theology, education, development studies, communication studies, and agriculture. We have all these programs available at the degree and diploma levels, tailored to your needs. Our undergraduate and graduate programs, both at the master's and PhD levels, are offered on weekends, weekdays, and sandwich modes to suit your preference. Locate our campuses at Oyibi in Accra, Kumasi, and Techiman. Join us today at the Valley View University. Apply now by using www.admissions.vvu.edu.gh. Call 0307 010 260 or 0307 011 832. You can also WhatsApp 0307 051 149. Valley View University, where academics meets purpose.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That takes us to 1:10. So our time is up. One thing we can promise you tomorrow is that tomorrow I have a printer's copy